Hi everyone, it's Leilani. Welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be working on another Project Life spread for week 25 of 2023. So for this week, I have grabbed out more cards from Ellie's Studio. I have kind of been into the Ellie Studio vibe the last couple of weeks, and actually, I think my favorite time to use Ellie Studio cards is in the summer. I always like their bright cards and their summer themed cards. I've found that a lot of my Project Life spreads that are some of my favorites in my album are using Ellie Studio in the summertime. So I'm happy to be pulling out all of these bright colors and the sunshine and all of that kind of stuff. So all the cards that you see here are from Ellie Studio, and everything else I'm kind of grabbing out of my stash. I do have a large pile of the little kind of die cut, poke out die cuts that always come with the Ellie Studio kits. And I noticed that some of those were from April and May's kits. So I had not used very many of those little die cut pieces. So I punched a ton of them out, and I try to use up some of them here. They are small, and so after I punch them out of the little paper that they come on, I kind of try to use as many of them up as I can because they tend to get lost in the shuffle. So I try to use up several today, and then I keep the rest in my little bowl with my little punched out stars. So hopefully I'll be able to get some more of the labels and whatnot used up here pretty soon. So right now I'm just adding these two 3x4 cards together onto a 4x6 piece of paper there so that everything's nice and ready to be worked on. I love the way the title card worked out. That came together really quickly. I just grabbed out a couple small alphas from my stash, and you'll notice that the yellows to spell out week are two different yellows, two different random alphas that I had, but it's fine with me. The W and the K are from one alpha, the two E's are from a different one. They're slightly different, but to me it works out. It kind of goes with the quirky fun of the whole thing. But I really like the Little Summer Joys banner that's on top of that. I think that might be from Studio Calico, and I just like the way that that title card turned out. So besides that, I had, several pictures from this week, and also 3 photos that contain like selfies. And that's always a little bit of a struggle for me on weeks where I have a lot of the same type of photo. So ideally, I love to have maybe a couple pictures with people in them, maybe like a full body and a selfie, and then also a couple photos of either the animals or like a random object like my book stack there, just so there's like a nice variety going on throughout my Project Life spread. So this week in particular, I do have all these pictures of people. So I actually had another photo of me and my mom when we went book shopping, but instead of including that selfie, because then I would have like 4 selfies, I mean it would be like an explosion of faces, I decided to take a picture of my book stack from when we went to the bookstore, and I think that that kind of creates a little bit more of a variety here. So besides that book stack photo, I also have a couple other fun pictures here. The one at the top is of me and my mom, and then my best friend Casey and her daughter Andy. We all went to the zoo together on Friday, which was so much fun. And I swear Andy had such a blast. She just didn't want to take a picture right there. But I love that photograph. I think it's so cute, and I definitely wanted that to be a 4x6, nice and big on my spread. Besides that, I have a photo there in the middle of me, and it's a slight difference. It's a huge difference for me, but I got my hair changed. So I do not change my hair very often. I've had kind of like very, very light platinum blonde hair since 2007. So this was a huge change to me to go to a more natural blonde. So very big deal. I was in the salon 2 different days for very, very long hours, but we got it to where I wanted it, and I'm really happy. So I love that sun card paired beside that selfie that says new hair, who dis, which I thought was a fun thing to put. And I love using my alpha. I love kind of having the different fonts on here. And I think that's one reason why I think this spread in particular works out really nicely for me, at least, because I do have the different alphas going on, like the alpha stickers. I have the stamps. I add some number stamps later. I also have like the big graphic pieces on those cards, like the one that says fun, words like that. I just think all of them together plus my handwriting just really like it joins together very nicely, and I love the way that that ends up looking. So besides that, I do have a photo down at the bottom, another selfie, and that is actually from the day after Father's Day. We still were kind of celebrating Father's Day together, and Will made us a nice, big, delicious lunch, and we went out to the tree house at my home and ate together, me and Will and my mom and dad, and it was very nice. So I definitely wanted to include that photo, but instead of making it big, I decided to print it off as a 2x3 just to have some variation between the photo sizes, which is also a tip if you do have a lot of pictures of kind of the same thing, like all those faces. If that's bothering you, definitely just try to change up the photo sizes. I think that that can help a lot within the spread. And then my last picture there at the bottom is of one of our little kitty cats that has wandered up. She came here last year, Judy. She finally got fixed, y'all, and it is amazing to have her fixed because she was like the last one that was really difficult to get fixed. So I feel so happy, and she's back home and she's doing amazing, and I'm just super, super pumped about that. So I had to write about that as well. So now I'm adding on my journaling. I have this card here. I actually had like a lot of journaling this week because this card I talked about all the different things that happened throughout the week. But then I have this one where I wanted to specifically talk about my hair situation. And then the one beside Judy, I also wanted to talk about her deal that she had to go through this week. So instead of just starting to journal on here, I decided to take that same stamp set and I just stamped out 1, 2, 3, and 4, and it's all about the same topic, but by adding the numbers I was able to just add like one little sentence into each of these like little colorful rectangles, and I think that that really helped me to tell Judy's story a little bit easier. So I like the way that that looks, plus I just like adding the numbers. It gives it a little something extra. So I just love the way that this spread in particular looks. I love the clusters of some of those little die cuts where I use the labels and other little word phrases and things to just kind of spice everything up. I think it's really cute. So I'm going to add the last finishing touches here. I'm going to add this one that says happy, and then I do find another chipboard piece that I am going to add to that sun card at the bottom, which is really nice. I think it says like doing my best or something, and I felt like that went nice with the hair because it was a big transition for me, and it did take it took a little bit some of the days to get around to the whole thing. So happy that it ended on a good note. So that is actually going to be it for this one, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this quick and easy process video. If you did, please give me a like, and please also consider subscribing. And of course, I'll be back at you super soon. Bye, friends.